PlayStation just got its Xbox One moment.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab coming and eat a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Fernie's trading through the word skin. All recent gaming go, it's a big top bean. Good morning, coming moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. TikTok, but hey, good morning, everybody. Also, tuning in, even the crazy one will show you beautiful and awesome. I mean, of course, it's an awesome Tuesday, my chat. I mean, hell, it's all gone to hell these days. PlayStation just got its Xbox One moment. Oh my God. Crazy Lou, what are you talking about, Crazy Lou? I mean, bro, we got some history with this one. Why do we have some history with this one? Because look, y'all remember what happened in 2013? I sure do, because I found I at least found one article on it that was talked about how the DRM was bad. We all know that PlayStation went out there and was showing it to people's faces saying it's bad, it's awful, and you will not need to log online in order to be verified. You will not to do this, you will not to do that. But hey, guess what? It's happening. And guess what Crazy Lou did today? Chat, guess what Crazy Lou did today? Let me show you guys something. I'm just going to show you this real quick. How the conversation? Oh, it's still here. I guess they do not delete the conversation. Good. I am happy. But hey, I'll show it to you really quick so you guys can see what the crazy one did today, which we will talk about this, you know, as soon as people drop into the show and everything. But yeah, chat, check this out. Lou went in and had a conversation with support. Yes, he did. And basically I asked, you know, the questions that you have to ask, because I just love how they throw questions out there, right? And they don't ask the question that you have to ask. They evade the whole DRM situation and say, well, everything is okay. I gotta tell you something. That's not what support told me, though. Or the PlayStation AI assistants right here. But we will get to that later. We will get to that later. But first, chat, let's talk how it all started. Why don't we go to that? But before we start, though, let me say good morning to everyone in here. We have in the building Eric Von Eric. What's up, Eric Von Eric? How are you doing, Eric? Hope you're good. Why so serious? Says, what's up, Louis? How you doing? My friend Sanchez Martinez Gaming says PlayStation is dead. Oh, shit. You know, Sanchez, they're going to look for the excuse. They're going to say, you know, it's okay. All you got to do is online, like some of them are saying out there. But hey, they weren't saying that shit back in 2013. They weren't saying that. And let me tell you something I've been told throughout so many years, and by fanboys themselves that have told Lou this. This is what they told Lou. No joke. They said, hey, Lou, yo, I can play offline. You can't. Well, I tried to explain that you can play offline on the Xbox. They were like, no, I can play offline on the PlayStation. I have to sign in to tell them that I have this game or nothing like you guys do. Wow, they told me this for many years. And I'll tell you this much, though. I'm glad it's happening to you. So you know what? This is a moment for Crazy Lou to say this. Take that shit. I'm happy about that now. So, Yubei, what's up? Good morning. He says, in a single day, Sony announced the rise in the prices of the PS5 in Asia, and also they're adopting Xbox One very unpopular DRM policies. Rick stepping at his finest. Producer says that's not Rick stepping. What is that then, producer? Because let me tell you something. There's a difference here. And chat, listen, I've said this before, and I'll say this again. Y'all remember when they implemented the PS5 Plus increase? Remember that? As if y'all remember that, when they implemented the PS5 Plus increase. When did they do it? When Starfield was announced, they said, let's take a quick moment, let's do this right here, and let's just go ahead and raise the prices on the PS5 Plus. They did it when Xbox had some good news. And funny enough, what happened last week? I mean, chat, y'all know what happened last week. I mean, We Are Xbox. We got a new logo. We got some cool stuff happening. Price reduction with Game Pass. And they went in sneaky little Sony, sneaky little PlayStation. They went in like always and sneaked in that DRM situation, which had them going crazy. Looking at this and be like, oh, it's probably a bug. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's probably that. We got to wait for the company to confirm. Oh, you got to wait for the company to confirm, huh? Okay. Yes, Pickles, good morning. His song is quite good. Where did you get to see the dog? Did we ever get to see the dog? Yes, the dog has been a couple times here on the show, you know, running around, doing a couple things. Yeah, he's been here. How did PlayStation has pulled a dead console? Boy, I said, Pickles, I back. All right, let's see what, let me see. Sony was planning on doing this back in 2013, but backed out after the backlash Xbox got. They're just putting in effect what they wanted to do all along. Of course, you pay 100%, because that's what they wanted to do. I mean, Sony is Sony. That's how it is. Dash, good morning. Welcome. All right. Let's keep it going, my friends. Let's keep it going, because, man, oh man, like I said, we got to start with this history right here. The PSDM situation is all the Series S's fault. Of course, we got to blame, you know, the Series S 100% like always. Ponies be like, Xbox made Sony do this. Of course, they're saying that too. They're saying because PlayStation doesn't have competition, look what's happening. Come on, Xbox, let's do this. I'm like, bro, this is all your fault. Because like I always say, and I'll repeat this again, and I've been saying it for the last 3 or 4 months. Yo, it's time that you all take a look at your own backyard. Well, look at it, because it ain't looking pretty. Because seriously, the house is on fire, yet they're looking at the neighbors and seeing what they're doing instead of focusing on turning off the fire that's going on with their house. They don't care for that. Their house can burn down. It can literally blow up. It can literally become a nuclear thing. They just don't care. No joke. They'd rather focus on what the neighbor is doing instead of themselves. Sunrise says, I really don't understand what the problem is. You buying digital games that you need to download will not mean that you have internet. Why the hell are the ponies crying? I'll tell you what's going on, Sunrash. And like I said, story, there's always a history behind stuff. And like I said, I found one article out there doing what it did back in 2013 when the Xbox implemented this technology. So, let's take a look at it. Like I said, we're going to take a look at it. This is where it all began, Sunrise. This is basically where it all began, my friend. And how Sony did a bunch of shows criticizing this. They went out there and did the Shuhei share thing because of this, right? And this all happened back in 2013. The thing is, there's not that much articles still out there existing, which sucks because I would have loved to pick up to collect receipts. But it was just only a couple of them. There was only a couple of them out there. So I just grabbed the one that sounded like a bit more spicier than the ones before. So we're going back to 2013, chat. I'm sorry, but we got to go back to this because, hell, this is where part of the bashing begins. Microsoft Xbox One will be always online. Publisher can disable game trade-ins. Following the Xbox One unveil last month, there was a very disconcerting period where every Microsoft exec seemed to have a very different idea about the Xbox One always-on status. Eventually, Microsoft PR took over and told us that the company was still trying to hammer out the details. Now, in a blog post on the Xbox.com, Microsoft has confirmed that the Xbox One requires a persistent internet connection for playing games. Furthermore, the blog post tells us that publishers will have the power to disable trade-ins of their games, potentially decimating the second-hand games market. This is an official line with the Xbox One. You must connect to the internet every 24 hours. That's how it was. You had to connect 24 hours. I remember the whole 24-hour thing. If you don't, it will refuse to play any games. Irrespective of whether they're single player or multiplayer, you can still use your Xbox One to watch Blu-ray movies after the 24-hour grace period expires, though. Hooray. Here is how it works. Microsoft has confirmed that games disc are purely a way of getting games onto your Xbox One hard drive. Once they're on the hard drive, you never need the disc again, which is nice. This also means that every game will also be available for digital download. If you don't want to buy the disc, just like Steam, well, this was back in the day though. Oh, just like Steam, and you'll be able to play your games from a friend's console without the physical security DRM of the disc. However, your Xbox One now needs to connect Microsoft servers every 24 hours to make sure you have a license to run that game, or every hour if you play the games on a friend's console. Then if you trade in the game disc, Microsoft reveals your license automatically deletes the game from your hard drive. This is why Xbox One is always on, even for single player games. So far, so good, or bad depending on the point of view. This is where things get a bit more complicated. Basically, Microsoft is giving publishers full control over game trade-ins. Third-party publishers may opt in or out supporting game resale and may set up business terms or transfer fees with retailers, the blog post reads. In short, you'll not be able to resell your next Call of Duty disc, and even if you do, publishers might take such a large cut that the trade-in business suddenly becomes untenable for retailers. Microsoft also notes that it doesn't take a cut of a second-hand game sales, and that is only renting games to friends is potentially on the cards but won't be available at launch. All in all, if you want to take your Xbox One to your cabin in the woods for the weekend, you probably want to pick up a PS4 instead. Remember this? See what I mean? Here it comes with the standard. Xbox One versus PS4 versus PC. How the hardware spec compare. It is probably bad news for people who want to play their Xbox One while on the move, such as truck drivers, though in that case, that probably do not have a mobile internet connection at their disposal. For normal gamers, though, who do the most gaming in their own or a friend's living room, the always on the thing probably won't be an issue. And the cloud-based features will actually be a nice added bonus as long as Comcast doesn't go down for the next 24 hours. Oh, they have an article that says why a pirate? That's funny. But yeah, like I said, I'm just reading through this as a little bit of history, right? Remember when all this stuff happened? How they went out there with this and pretty much destroy Xbox with the whole DRM situation and everything that was going on with this. That's why I wanted to tackle this down with y'all. That's why I wanted y'all to see this because, hey, right? It was a bad situation. I mean, literally, Xbox got destroyed with this. They literally did. They got destroyed. Like, oh, man, you cannot go offline. Like I've been told several times, and I proved to them, yes, you can nowadays. You know, they fixed that stuff. And they're like, yeah, you know, you know how it is, right? So, yeah, they got on. They did what they had to do out there, right? Thank you, Cole, for liking the live. Thank you. So like I was saying though, right? It's hilarious that everything they said has come back and bit them on the butt. Now, they can game offline. Yeah, you can game offline, but you got 30 days though. And in 30 days, you got to turn on that console. Because guess what happens if you don't turn on that console? It's going to say, hey, we cannot validate your license. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, that must be awful for them, especially since it was an argument for years and years on end that this was the best thing about PlayStation. They did not have that DRM control. And here comes the question, though. Again, Xbox was right about the DRM because why are you guys implementing it? And I'll tell you why, chat. They started to implement it now. Because here's the thing, though, chat. Something is coming around from PlayStation. Something is coming around for PlayStation. And that is, when it comes around, that is May 8th. When May 8th hits, they got to get those numbers up. They got to, my friend. They got to. If they don't get those numbers up, they're in trouble. So this is a way to get the fans scared to say, hey, log in. We got to get those numbers up. I mean, shit. We don't know. We need to see who's online playing our games or anything. Oh. So, of course, this is a way for them to announce that, you know, yep. Yep. They never did that. Xbox never advertised its biggest positive for this DRM stuff, though. It allowed you to share your entire library with up to 10 people. 100%. They never did. Which sucked, though. That's the problem, you know, when you have a good PR out there talking things, you know, and bringing things to life. Remember when Don Matrix said what he said? Like, you know, I think the conversation was there's some people in a submarine and they want to be able to play Xbox. What should they do? I mean, they always got to be online. And he said, well, I got the answer, which is the Xbox 360. Well, PlayStation, what's your answer? Oh, the PS2. Oh, the PS3. Well, bro boy, like I said, bro boy, we're gonna start adding up, so stay tuned, bro boy, no worries, because Lou is gonna show you all some things, because like I said, I went into PlayStation support today and started to ask questions, and I'll read every answer they gave me, basically, because hey, it's true, it's there. And not only that, I also put the YouTube video, I think the guy's name is Spawnwave, that he literally took this CMOS battery out and showed you that you need to go online to validate the license. Wow. And still they say it's not true. That's incredible, though. That's incredible. But let's get to it. Let's bring up the next one. So what happened was, right, this is what happened during the Xbox One era. This was a bad thing, terrible thing. Sony made sure it was bad. It was awful. It was the most disgusting, disingenuous thing that could ever happen out there. But hey, we're in 2026 now, 13 years later, and guess what? They implement the son of a bitch in there. Wow. They just implemented that. Wow. Hey, Sushi, what's up? Good morning. What's up? So, let's keep cooking, my friends. Let's keep cooking. Like I said, we got a couple things happening out there. So, Nick Tech. Let's go to Nick Tech, though. So, yeah, like I said, like they were basically saying this is fake. This is not how Broke Boy was saying it, right? Let me go see what Broke Boy is saying. Let me read what chat's saying, though, for a little bit. It says loud and clear. The Series caused the PS3 PSN outage. The Series S cost the $600 price tag. The Series S cost the $600 PS3 price tag. Well, I mean, we're back to it, Rachie. I mean, what's the difference? Which it basically did it right now. Everything is game key now, says Dustin Townsend. Yep. Marathon currently has 4,588 players right now. Hey, that's a good number, though. Remember, Safo, when they see 4,000, they think it's 4 million. They turn the numbers around. Remember that. Remember the 30% versus 70%. For them, 30% is good and 70% is bad. Remember that, Safo. The numbers are backwards for them. Remember back in 2013, suddenly everyone lived in submarines? Yep, I remember that, Yubei. Of course, I brought it up. 2013 Xbox marketed wrong. They should have eased gamers into it. I know at the time everyone did not have internet connection. It should have not been done day one. Yeah, that is true. They did a wrong thing, though. Like, doing the 24-hour thing was crazy. Because, look, if you couldn't go on for 24 hours, because it happens. As you grow old, sometimes you don't game. Last week itself, there was a day I just didn't game. So imagine me that I had to log in after 24 hours, get everything verified. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. At least give us like 2 or 3 months, because, hey, you might not know what happens if you got to run and a business thing and you cannot take your Xbox with you, right? And you cannot game because the business opportunity will be out for 3 months. But when you come back home, I mean, you want to have everything nice and fresh there so you can play your games. Of course, you got to wait for probably 1,000 updates, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Dustin Townsend says Xbox doesn't move the needle anymore. Oh, they're doing more than moving the needle out there. Doing a lot right now. But nowadays we have mobile data to spare. Yes. 30 Below, he says, check in, homie. What's up, 30 Below? Good morning to you, sir. How you doing? Dark Zone says, oh my God, Xbox is copying oh my God, Sony's copying Xbox again with now the DRM. Yes. That hurt the Xbox brand. Microsoft doubled down on it and then changed it later. But it was too late because after that, the pre-order sales came in for both consoles. Exactly. How about now? How's it looking? Game Walk Bandits, Sony's calculated. They let MS do things first and see market reaction, of course. Pickle says PSPC launcher. I don't know when that's happening, my friend. I don't know when that's happening. We gotta wait for them to announce it, of course, because everything has to be announced by the company, though. It's not definitely exclusive. Sony has to stand on it like Xbox did. So Broadboy says, it's funny. Seen several PS fanboys say that isn't true. PlayStation hasn't confirmed any of this. PlayStation also hasn't confirmed no more single-player PC ports, but they are treating it as it true. Remember, they are hypocrites, my friend. They are hypocrites. I mean, still to this day, yesterday, the famous, Destroy dude out there, because we call him the famous Destroy superhero from PlayStation called Nib, got destroyed, right? And he comes in and he's like, well, if it's a bug or not, this is still a mess and they gotta reverse this. Like, yeah, Nib, they're gonna listen to you. But for that to happen, Nib, you gotta get a lot of people on the bandwagon. You seriously do know for that to happen. Not just your bitching. But let's see, Safo says, and then I'll get to the next part of the whole situation. I kind of hate to be honest with you. Xbox have figured out a way of trading digital games, and they removed it because of that. Yep, because of that. We need the wrong side of the bed Joey back, Louis. New Jack Gaming, good morning, my brother. Play has a 30-day limit. It's called damage control. We're going over the Matt Piscatella tweets today about Marathon, Louis. Uh-oh. What was said about Matt Piscatella? Whether was it sharp? Was it good? I mean, I gotta read that though. Ooh, send it to me. Send it to me. Paul from UK is in a mess about DRM not in US. Don't worry, Pablo. We're gonna talk about this. I mean, we're gonna keep on adding to the conversation because, like I said, everything has an order. I'm going through an order. I went back to 2013 for a little bit. Now we're moving back to 2026. And like I said, let's go. We're not trusting the guy that got destroyed on an Xbox. That guy on... Wait, what? We not trusting the guy that got destroyed on an Xbox. That with an Xbox in general. And Safo, guess what? It's not a bug. Because, hey, like I said, I want to talk to PlayStation support. But let's move on to this one, though. So... this is what happened. Like, the following days have been going on with this rumor. People are saying it's a bug. Now they're out there fighting each other. That's the funny thing. I just love how they fight each other out there for nothing instead of going and doing their own investigation. Because, again, they don't like to do proper investigation because I did the proper investigation. I mean, hell, I even had the questions on right there and I even took pictures of it. So that way, if I got to do it live on the show and ask PlayStation support the same questions, I will ask it. Just in case, though. But here, let's go. So it says here loud and clear, right? What happened yesterday. So Nick Tech, went out there and said, the new DRM and PlayStation update is a disgrace to gaming. Sony should make a statement whenever this PlayStation support message is real or faked. The issue with this 30-day timer being applied to all new purchases isn't about having an active internet connection, but the concept of ownership. Sony's taking the rights from users who purchase their games digitally. If you go offline for more than 30 days, you're locked from playing a game that you bought with your own money. But again, if you go online, you won't have a problem. Because I think his name is Spawnwave, did a video on it and literally showed you he took the CMOS battery out and he showed you that the console went back to 2011. Do not know why. But once you put it back on, validate, boom, that's it. They validate it and you're good. But there's no problem with that. You just keep on going. Your console shouldn't require an active online internet connection to verify the purchase or the validity of video game that you purchased previously, in my opinion. So this was said from PlayStation support. Thank you for your interest on the 30-day timer that is being applied to all new purchases. Affected content game purchased digitally after the March 2026 update. Offline functionality. If the console does not connect to the internet within 30 days, the license expires and the game may refuse to launch until connection is restored. There you go. Like I said, primary console restriction setting a console as primary does not bypass this 30-day requirement. The 30-day is a valid period and is not a sign of the account restriction of anything like that. Oh. So yeah, like I said, they were still looking for more validation in order to, to see if it's a bug or not. Right? That's what they did. Cool. And that's what you got to do instead of going out there fighting each other, because now I see them fighting each other, which is hilarious. on how bad they want this shit to be fake. Seriously, they want it that bad. They want this shit to be fake. But hey, PlayStation fanboys, it's not fake because, like I said, we have a video here. Like after everything has been done, said and done out there with everything that's happening. Also, Pushware talking about this because Pushware even says PS5 confirmed to be affected by game expiry issues. Sony supports send mixed messages on DRM, right? So after they went out there and confirmed this 100% all the way, right? Which they did. Guess what happened? Like I said, they did a video. And here's the video I'm going to show it to you, even though I'm not going to play it though. But this is from Spawnwave. Spawnwave literally went in, did a video with another person who earlier, I don't know whose name is because there has been several videos out there of people doing this check to see if this is actually true. This is actually happening. And guess what? It is. This is happening. So like I said, Spawnwave did a video. And like I said early before, right? Let me advance to see if I can get it. To see so he bought 2 new games, checked it out. Everything was working well. Everything was nice. Everything was fantastic. Okay. So in that video right here, I think it's this area right here. I think there's a part of the video where he shows you he takes the CMOS battery out and now he's offline. He's not even connected. So he goes in and launches the game. Wait, that's not it. Hold on, let me go for it. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is where he takes the CMOS battery out, right? He takes it out. So after he takes the battery out, right, he decides to go ahead. You know, this is the time zone, 12:31. Let me show you this right here. It says 12:31, 2011. Let me go back to it just in case you guys missed it. There you go, 12:31, 2011. Let's check. Time zone is different because, of course, he took the CMOS battery out. And yeah, now he's gonna launch the game he bought these days because it only happens to new games, not old games. So after he launches it, this is the answer he gets. Can't use this content, can't connect to the server to verify your license, wait a while, and then try again. You guys see this shit? Oh, you guys see this stuff? Oh, man. Safo says you should use AI in your podcast, Lou. Like Gamma 4 AEEA 4IB. It's lightweight, so you can compare the article to the AI thing. Oh, really? Wow. Louis' source is B Money. No, that's not my source, my friend. No, it's not. It's me, the boy Lewis, with the $2 super chat. He says, I put Piscatella post in the general Discord, Louis. Okay, I'll go check it out, my friend. I'll go check it out. So let's see, though. What did he say, though? Wait on. Because in 2011, the year of my console's 2026. No, Pablo. I think you got things wrong right here, Pablo. What he did was, in the PlayStation, it has a CMOS battery. So if you take the CMOS battery out, what it does is it changes the dates. So he took out the battery to show you that even though it goes back into the dates and it went back to 2011 because he took the battery out, right? And so it shows you that, hey, he logged in and without the 30-day validation, he cannot play the game, he cannot launch the game. But later on, he puts the battery in and everything works fine because, you know, the date gets updated and everything and you can, you know, play your games normally like you had to. But again, you had to go online to do this, though. But if you have 30 days or 60 days off your house without your console and you have not gone online, and if you decide to play offline without going online, without validating your games, you're in trouble. I want that new Neo Geo. Hey, I want a Neo Geo too. Damon Davis, good morning. Pablo, this is warning number 1. If you go ahead and do something else, you're about to get booted. Because my moderators are boom really quick. Warning number 1. Number 2, you're booted. So chill out, my friend, chill out. I just love it how mad they are because of this DRM thing. You can't be mad, my friends. You cannot be mad. Y'all let this happen. This is your fault. Good you have a PS port. I'm glad. Wow. You can only be played online though. Go outside, see how that works. Without internet. Oh shoot. Let's keep going. So like I said, there was a couple videos out there about them implementing, and showing you what's going on with the DRM. And then he launches another game, right? I think he launches the Vampire Clause, which he bought too, and he gets the same response. Can't use this content, can't connect to the server to verify your license, wait a while, and then try again. So after that, he launches Crimson Desert and Pragmata, and those games work, right? Perfect, they work, they have no problem, the games launch. You do not need, the online verification as it was asked. This is only happening for games from March, I think, to the end of I don't know which, so wait, what month? Wait, we're in April, right? I'm lost now. Yeah, we're going to May. Sorry about that. But like I'm saying though, this happened like close to the end of March, right? And heading into April, there you go, Pablo, take that. So heading into April, right? This finally comes out, and it's become a situation because, hey, they were not expecting this DRM to be actually true. Like I said, they were out there saying, it's fake. This cannot be true. It's a bug. This happened in 2022. I mean, Puerto Rock, the old man, was out there complaining like, this is fake. I even asked the question myself. I was like, but did you ask the right questions? That is the question. And guess what, chat? He did not. He's a pro at not asking the right questions. And guess what Lou did? Lou this morning woke up at 7 a.m. in my sexy pajamas, wandering around the house. And I was like, all right, let me sit down on the PC and let me take a jab at this, right? So that's what Lou did. I sat on my PC and decided to take a jab at this crap. I said, okay, let me go to the PlayStation, support and ask them questions. Why the fuck not? Let me ask the questions that these guys did not have the guts or los cojones to ask it. When I mean by cojones, I mean you know what I mean. PS fans are going to spin this and say it's a good thing. Sony should have done this sooner. Of course. They always spin this as a good thing. Now they're going to say they play online. Oh. But when it happened back in the day of Xbox, it was bad. But now it's good because you play online? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, who? Pablo? No worries. Why So Serious got him? Because once they start, dissing on people, that means they mad. I knew this show was going to make them mad because, hell, PlayStation just had its Xbox One moment. And the funny thing is, Meta's not tackling this as much. The only one that's attacking this much is Push Square. The other ones are like, well, fake, not fake, fake, not fake, fake, not fake. But PS Plus is on top of this. So, chat, this is my conversation with PlayStation support. So let me exit this right here so we can grab it, because I don't want to close the window though, because like I said, I want to close the window because the questions are still there. So I'm going to do the screen share right away. And like I said, they never asked the questions. They never did. They just went in there and just asked, oh, my games be this, my games be that. No. You need to ask the correct question. This is how you ask them though. Like I say, sit there and have a smart conversation with this online assistant thing. But no, you guys didn't, because you guys did not want to find out the truth. But guess what? Lou went in and asked it. What's wrong with asking? So it says here, I'm going to zoom in for this one, bro boy. I'm going to try my best to zoom in so you can see what's going on here. Because hell, this is crazy stuff. Let me zoom in as best as I can. So let's zoom in. Okay, now we see it better here. Let me go see how it looks. I think you guys can see it. Can you guys see it loud and clear? If not, I will read everything it says though, of course. So it says get started, of course. And it says, hi there, you're speaking to the PlayStation Assistant. I can help you with all things PlayStation. Give me a moment to set things up for you. All right, so sign in for now, personalized experience. Click login to sign up now. So my first question was, hello, does PlayStation Now have a DRM? Yes. Confirm. Like I said, this is the website, PlayStation.com, English, US support. Yes, PlayStation Now does have a digital rights management in place. This is to ensure that games and content accessed through the service are used in accordance with licensing agreements. If you have any specific questions about how DRM works with PlayStation Now or any related topics, please let me know. So my next question. Do you have to log in for new games? you purchase digitally within a 30-day limit to validate the license? Yes. It says here loud and clear, right? Yes, when you purchase digital games on PlayStation, you typically need to log into your account to validate the license. This is part of the DRM process to ensure you have the rights to access and play the content. If you do not log in within a certain period, such as 30 days, you may need to reconnect to validate your license again. If you have further questions or need assistance with anything else, feel free to ask. So I asked the next question, is the DRM a bug? Simple questions. The digital rights management DRM system is not a bug. It's a standard security measure implemented by PlayStation to protect digital content and ensure that it's used in accordance with licensing agreements. While some users may experience issues related to DRM, these are typically not indicative of a bug in the system itself, but rather part of the security protocols in place. If you're encountering specific issues related to DRM, please provide more details and I will be happy to assist you further. So after you buy a new game, and haven't logged in for 30 days, can I still play the game? If you have purchased digital and have not logged in your PlayStation accounts for 30 days, you may need to log in to validate your license before you can play the game again. This is part of the DRM process to ensure that you have the rights to access to the content. Again, see what I mean? I just asked the questions. It's not that tough. And I'm telling you, this is all on PlayStation Online Assistance, right? I was asking the questions about the DRM, and yeah. Oh, it's gone for good? Thank you. Because, man, he was just really, he was really getting irritating over here, man. He was really mad, though. I don't understand what is he mad about. Because, man, this is your fault this is happening. Because y'all let Sony do whatever the fuck it wants. And I'm glad it's doing it to you. You might encounter restrictions on playing the game until you validate your license by logging in. If you have any further questions or need assistance, please let me know. So, who got news? Some name Pablo Fumale. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's mad out here. So, here we go. And I ask another questions. If I buy a new game physical, I don't log in for 30 days to play with a DRM taking effect. For physical games, the DRM typically does not require you to log into your PlayStation account to play the game, as long as you have installed it on your console. However, some physical games may have online requirements or require a one-time online activation, which could involve logging in to validate the license. If you do not, between us, Bobby, I'm not seeing Bobby out here today. He has to come by though. It's raining, so I don't know if he's gonna come by though. I mean, Bobby, he's taking care of his missus though. I mean, Bobby had some things doing out there. No joke, Bobby was busy yesterday, man. I mean, while we were live, he was tapping that bird right there. I said, Bobby, what's wrong with you? Not here live, get away. He did it right in my face, like, here, Lou, this is what I do. It's like, damn. Alright, if you do not log in for 30 days, you should still be able to play the physical game, but any online features or updates may require you to log in. If you have a specific concern about a particular game, please let me know. So I asked this question, of course, because this is me, saying, like I said, you gotta ask the right questions. You cannot try to be like, oh, just type this in and that's it. This is your answer. No. You gotta seriously ask them, is the DRM real? I don't know why they're so afraid to ask them that question. Will you implement the DRM in physical games in the future? I do not have information regarding future changes to DRM policy for physical games. Wow, so that can actually happen. 100%. It can. It can happen because they don't have the information right there. So now they have DRM. It's so funny though. Decisions about DRM implementation are made by the PlayStation development and management team based on various factors, including user feedback and industry standards. If you have concerns or suggestions, I recommend reaching out to PlayStation, their official support channels or forums to share your thoughts. If you have any other questions or need assistance, feel free to ask. And this is where it gets good, chat, because of course, the crazy one had to ask this question. The crazy one had to ask this question because, hey, it's the truth. Will the DRM cause an issue with game sharing? JCD Rico, let me tell you something. You know why I went in and did this today? Because the online assistance? Because JCD Rico, they made a video out there testing the DRM, and it's true. So that's why I jumped in here and asked the questions that these guys were not even asked them. All they asked, well, can I be able to play my games 30 days later? Which, listen, just hold up. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, my friend. Just hold on. So it says here, right? Like I said, will the DRM cause an issue with game sharing? So check this out, chat. This is just, ooh, so awful reading this. And I found it pretty funny, though. Digital rights management, DRM, can impact game sharing, particularly for digital games. For physical games, sharing is generally more straightforward, as you can lend a disc to another player without restrictions. Cool, that's nice. However, with digital games, DRM policies may require that the account that purchased the game to be logged in to access it, which can complicate sharing. So let's say though, chat, oh my God, no, let's say chats. I'm sharing the game, let's say with Bobby. Bobby, where you at? Come here, Bobby, we got a time. So let's say I'm sharing the game with Bobby. And Bobby decides, let me immigrate, so let me just fly, I don't know, do something, you know, birds immigrate, you know, birds fly several places, right? Let me just move somewhere, right? And take my PS5, and oh man, I don't have internet where I'm at. 30 days go by, Bobby doesn't log in, man, let me go ahead and, you know, play this game. Oh shit, how am I gonna play this? Bobby, log in, I don't got internet. Oh fuck, how am I gonna play this then? I gotta go buy the game. Shit. So, PlayStation does allow for game sharing under certain conditions, such as setting a console as your primary PS4 or PS5. However, both users must adhere to the DRM rules, which may limit how and when games can be shared. If you have specific information about game sharing on DRM related issues, please let me know. So this is Lou, like always, asking sharp questions. Why did you guys implement the DRM in such a silent way and not telling the world the DRM implementation was going to happen? So this is what's going to happen though. I understand your concerns regarding the implementation of DRM. However, I do not have information on the specific decisions communications made by PlayStation regarding DRM policies. Typically, changes to DRM and other policies are communicated through official channels such as press releases, updates, or community forums. But where were they? I mean, shit, I had to get it from a user named Spawnwave out there in order to confirm it, and from users out there on Twitter. You guys went in there silently like a bunch of SOBs because, of course, May 8th is coming soon. Yes, May 8th is coming soon, chat, and they need those users to go up. So let's implement this quietly, get people scared for them to log in, because hell, that's what we got to do, my friends. Let's go. If you have feedback concerns of the DRM implementation, I recommend reaching out to PlayStation directly with the support. I'm not going to reach out to those guys. What the hell? What? We did not get a press release over the DRM situation. I understand your frustration regarding the lack of communication about DRM policies. Why can I speak to specific communications or decisions made by PlayStation? I recommend checking the official PlayStation website, supporting channels, blah, blah, blah. There you go. So, you all know who Tripster is out there on Twitter? Yeah, you gotta know who Tripster is, right? So what I did was, this was the last message 747, and I saw the thing with Tripster, right? I saw what Tripster posted, and it's like, okay, I asked DRM this, I asked the PlayStation Online Assistant, and I did the same thing. I asked him the same question. This is what he responded. Does my game have a 30-day limit if I do not connect online and using online sharing? So basically what I'm telling is that if my game has a 30-day limit. And that's not the question you gotta ask though. For physical games, there's typically isn't a 30-day limit that will prevent you from playing if you do not collect online. You should be able to play your physical games without needing to log in and connect to the internet, as long as you have the disc installed on your console. However, if the game has online features or requires a one-time online activation, you may need to connect to the internet at least once to validate your license. After that, you should be able to play offline without restrictions. Like I said, that's the answer to spin. And so this is what I asked. Since the DRM implementation, does my game have a 30-day limit if I do not connect online and not using online sharing? For physical games implementation, generally does not impose a 30-day limit on your ability to play the games if you're not connect. You should be able to play your physical, blah, 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 with the physical games, right? However, if the game includes online features or requires, again, with the one, what was it, the one sign-in, whatever it was saying earlier before. Does the license for the game have a 30-day verification if I go offline? For physical games, there typically isn't a 30-day validation period that will restrict your ability to play it offline. Once you installed it, the game is required to validate your license through an initial online connection. You should be able to play the game offline without any time limits. However, the game has online features that requires online activation. You may need to connect the internet at least once to validate your license. After that, you should be able, like I said, you gotta ask the right questions. But because it's like a spin around thing right here, right? At least once, or if it's a new digital game, see what I mean? If it's a new digital game, do I have to go online within 30 days to validate the license? For new digital games, you typically need to log into your PlayStation account and connect online at least once to validate the license after the purchase. If you not log in within the 30 days, you may encounter restrictions or access in the game until you validate your license by connecting online. Like I said, though, I grabbed what the Trickster said, and now, like I said, I asked the correct questions, because the thing is, they do not ask them if the DRM is there or not. And of course, PlayStation is going to give you the response you want, because this is AI assistant, right? But if you go in, ask them the correct questions, this is what you get. Literally, they're just telling you right there, hey, if you don't go online in 30 days, you won't be able to play the game offline. So this is a problem right here. Wow. A serious problem. And the sad part about this, chat, they did not go out there and announce this. They stayed pretty quiet about it. Opponents going through 5 stages of grief with this news. They've been quiet. This is the funniest thing, though. This all started over the weekend, my friend. And it started because we got the Xbox good news, which was, the price reduction with Game Pass, the We Are Xbox, now the logo, and all this stuff that's going on out there. They decided to slip this in quietly, and now they're talking about it. And of course, all these PlayStation fanboys that were out there trying to say, oh, it's a bug, no, it's not. Oh, it's a bug, no, it's not. Now, the funny thing is they're fighting each other. They are literally out there like, psh, psh, like how Joey was saying about the Superman thing right there. Like literally, no, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. And I find it pretty funny how much they're fighting each other. But again, the energy with this has been low. They've been super quiet. But man, when Xbox did this in 2013, oh my fucking God. All the media sites, all these dudes out there were destroying Xbox with this. No joke. Sad. I did not have the socials like Twitter back in 2013. I did not have the socials, like I wish I had, so I could collect these receipts on all this stuff, right? Right? Ubay wasn't even 2 days later. This has been going on for a while, though. Like, when it was announced, this has been a fight with them. The thing is, they were on top of Xbox. They didn't even look at it because, like I always say, they always looking at Xbox. They never look in their own backyard. Yo, you all need to start looking at your own backyard. I'm not joking. Start looking at it because, man, that house of yours is truly on fire. Yes. Watch your opponents trying to defend this is absolutely hilarious. Oh, they're going to defend it. Don't worry. They will. Opponents are upset having to defend their waifu Sony is taking precious time away from watching meat spin videos. Damn, what does meat spin videos? What was that? Xbox, we are Xbox. Sony 2 days later. We are forced to always be online. Sony teach opponents to make their own games. Malcolm Black says we are generations. We believe in generations, I mean. The online assistant can always be trusted. Could also be, yeah, I have to wait to Sony official statement, but for something like this, they typically don't make statements. Exactly, they won't. They're going to keep it quiet, though. Sony Defense Force activated. Yep, Bobby GF left him. Bobby girlfriend left him. He's about to skydive head first. Nah, that girl is standing there with Bobby though. Bobby did a pretty good job though. Reforged? No. You gotta be kidding. He's defending it? This is the funniest shit because like I said, back in 2013, back in fucking 2013 when Xbox did this, all media went hell on Xbox for this. Not only media, the fanboys from PlayStation went hell on Xbox for this. They did. And they've been doing hell because, listen, how do I know this? Because I was one that's been told to my face several times by fanboys, well, I can play offline, you can't. Well, play an Xbox, you can, though. Oh, but you got to trick it out in order to do it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, so what now? Huh? Where's the energy you guys had in 2013? Where is it now? You know what y'all did? Y'all went into fighting each other and y'all shut up about it and waiting now. Oh, we gotta wait for PlayStation to make this statement because they gotta tell us, hey, you know, if they don't make the statement, then this is not true. Oh, but wait. So Jason Schreier goes out there with a big ass nose out there, gonna go out there and be like, hey, yo, PC ports about to leave. Oh, because Jason Schreier said, let's sing that song because Jason Schreier said, yeah, let's listen to Schreier, that we are not getting PC ports anymore out here from PlayStation Studios. So that's true, huh? Really? Right. Everyone freaked out about the Xbox One DRM. Yes, Apex NYC, and good morning, everybody freaked out. But where is the freak out with this? At least Push Square is actually freaking out with this shit. They are. This is like literally the only PlayStation side that's freaking up with this crap. Because it's concerning. Why is it concerning? Because back in the day, y'all trashed Xbox, right? That's what y'all did. Y'all went out there, y'all trashed Xbox, y'all said Xbox was bad, awful, and all that bullshit because of the DRM. But look at now. Where's the energy? Come on. Old man Puerto Rock, you bitching out there like nothing. All you do is bitch, complain. That's all you do, bitch, complain, bitch, complain, bitch, complain. Come on. Where's the energy behind this? Man up and say, shit, my bad. I thought it was fake, though. But watching this video now, I see it's real. Come on. Do it. Nib out there with this bullshit like always. But if it's real or it's a bug, they got to fix this because, you know, they got to get it away. Let me tell you something. As of now, it's true. Out of this very moment, it's true. Because you got guys out there doing these fucking videos showing to you, seriously, they're showing to you that if you take the CMOS battery out, you have a problem. If you wait for 30 days, it's not going to work. You got to log in. You got to be on. You got to be on in order to validate this license before your 30 days go out. Now, if your 30 days go out, you won't be able to play the game offline. It's done. It's over. Let's say that CMOS battery dies on you. And you don't take notice of that. Oh man, it just gets better and better for you all, don't it, huh? It gets better and better for you all, seriously. Like I said, where's the fucking energy on you guys' side? Because hey, I've been told, y'all can play offline, you can't. Oh, look at you now. Yeah, you can play offline, but in 30 days, if you don't get on, you're fucked. And also, if you got a friend who has the same, with you are sharing games with, right? Like here, I'm sharing games with you digitally online here. Oh, what are we going to do? Oh, you got to be online because if you don't get online, then I won't be able to play the game. I'm screwed. Shit. Wow. This is crazy, crazy, crazy stuff, my friends. Crazy stuff. But again, where is the fucking energy when it comes down to this? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it out there. I hope today I actually kind of see it. I hope so. Let's see. But hey, I don't think it's gonna happen though. But it's cricket when Sony does this. Exactly. It's crickets, my friends. It's crickets. They say it's a bug. No, it's not. I cannot validate it. But damn, you have Spawn Wave doing a video. You have another dude doing a video showing to you this is real. And y'all still don't believe it? Y'all think that they actually went in there, you know, connected something, hacked the console, and said, console, do this for me? Really? Seriously? Hey man, chat, for the last 4 months it's been bad. Just fucking awful bad news over there on PlayStation. Like I said, they just had it. Oh my god. Wow. All these months. Nothing good. The only good thing they had was Sorrows coming out. And yet they're not talking about it because they so focused on Xbox. No joke. They focus on Xbox, my friends. That's the only thing they're going to focus on is Xbox. Yep. Xbox this, Xbox that. Oh, Sorrows is out, so Xbox sucks. Oh, okay. But Sorrows is out, though, so Xbox sucks. Sorrows is out, so? Oh, okay. Exactly. Let me catch this right now. Let's tackle this article right here. Like I said, only Push Square is out there screaming out its lungs because of this situation. And yet they say it's fake. But alright. PS5 confirmed to be affected by game expiry issue. Sony support sends mixed messages on DRM. Still no official statement after days of uncertainty. Okay. So it says here. We deep dive. We're deep into Tuesday. Okay, PlayStation, you need to stop with these pop-up things, man. Seriously, it's annoying. Thank you. Seriously, stop with this shit. I know you're mad I'm reading this stuff, but hey, listen, this is your fault. Not ours. Safo says, I forgot about this. Anyone playing it? I know they aren't. They're probably buying and just put it to a side, though. That's what they'll do, though. Sarah's got some frame stuttering. I saw the gameplay. Oh, wow. That's awful. That's awful. But hey, they'll patch it up. It's common these days, you know, we buy games day one. So let's read this. We're deep into Tuesday and still no comment from Sony on its reported DRM issues. We now have confirmation that a 30-day expiring time is affecting software purchases within the past weeks on both the PS5 and PS4, but we still don't know if it's an intentional or an error. But we still don't know. Wow. Why don't you guys, that's the thing though, go ahead and ask them yourselves. Ask them. Go Super Saiyan, what's up? Good morning. Welcome to the XBI podcast. I hope you subscribe and like and hit the bell, my friend. I use PlayStation just for exclusive. Multi-platform and Xbox. PlayStation needs to remove the change if they want money. Oh. Remember, Gold, let me tell you something. As of right now, this is real. This is not fake. This is real because we've seen the video from Spawnwave. I've even talked to support. And yes, the DRM situation is real. But you know what? They can remove it, of course. They can remove it and say, oh, it was a bug. But let me tell you something. With all the love in the world, you know why they're doing this? Because May 8th is coming soon and they need to get those numbers up. They need to get those numbers up so they can go out there and show these investors like, hey, we had this many users on the PS5. Woohoo! Let's go! So it says here, right? However, a slew statement from customer support that started circulating on social media. And this was the thing that I saw out there. Any PlayStation game digitally purchased after March's system update will reportedly now require the internet connection once every 30 days to validate the license. If the console says that's off for longer than that, the games will not launch until you reconnect. Some of these appear to imply that the 30-day check-ins intentional and was incorporated after the March 2026 update. Other are less conclusive. You gotta love these comments. Go Super Saiyan says, yep, not surprised it was gonna happen one day if they do not have competition. I'll tell you what was gonna happen to y'all because you let Sony do whatever the fuck it wants. It's your fault this is happening. No one else's, my friend. You cannot blame Xbox for not doing what it's doing. It's funny how you guys love to pinpoint shit, but it's y'all's fault, my friend. It's y'all's fault. And if you guys don't understand what I'm saying, then y'all lost out there. Y'all lost out there. Because Sony's doing whatever the fuck it wants. I mean, it all started with a $10 price tag in order to upgrade your game for quality stuff. You guys fell for that shit. The SSD, you guys fell for that shit. I mean, should I continue on for what else you guys fell for? The pisser tech. This is revolutionary tech. Well, but Nvidia did something like that, didn't they? A couple years ago, tons of years ago. But this is not Xbox's fault. This is not competition fault, because if it comes down to competition, though, Nintendo out there is the one kicking y'all's butt when it comes down to console sales. It's true. It's kicking y'all's butt. Nintendo's the key winner last generation. Kick PlayStation 4's butt. And what's PlayStation doing right now? Nothing. What they're doing is fucking you guys up. That's it. Exclusives. Oh, I play for the exclusives. What exclusives, though? You guys got nothing. It's out there dead. All you guys have sorrows, and that's it. Nothing else. Shoot. You guys fell for every trick in the book. The PS5, the PS Plus increase. Oh, it's okay. Quality. Yeah, you keep bullshitting yourself. And here you go. Here comes the update too. So let's keep going though. Like I said, y'all not like I said this before and I'll say this again. Start looking at your house because your house is burning. Stop looking at our house because our house right now is looking pretty good. And that is the Xbox house is looking pretty fine. Yep. So let's keep going. So some of these appear to apply to 30 check-ins intentional incorporated for March 26 updates. Okay. As always, we recommend approaching statements from customer support like this with a degree of skepticism while the information does appear clear out. Some of these so-called agents are chatbots, others simply aren't equipped to field topics like this. Oh, they're not. Oh, so now it's not equipped though. Oh, that is good to know. Wow. Once again, we'll push the statement from the platform holder and we'll update when we hear back. So here comes the other update, of course. David Cohen, what's up? How you doing? You know, Louis, all of us Steam users do not have to deal with the DRM. Oh, wait, hold on, David Cohen, hold on. They're not a Steam user. No. You're an Xbox guy. Don't be going out there saying, no, you're an Xbox guy. You use Steam for fun, but you're an Xbox guy. Come on. So here comes another update. There have been a confusion about whether the PS5 was affected by Sony's alleged new DRM, which requires you to connect to the internet every 30 days in order to verify your game's license. That's because, unlike the PS4, there's no disclaimer in the game information which states when your software will expire. But Spawnwave has put together a brilliant video confirming the issue also applies to the PS5. So, in it, he tests 4 games. Saint Slayer, purchased digitally today. Vampire Clash, purchased digitally today. Crimson Desert, purchased digitally a month ago. Pragmata, purchased physically. Alright, let's go. All 4 games boot normally when the console is connected to the internet. They also boot fine when taken offline. Awesome, fantastic, good. Let's go. But in order to confuse the console's time verifier, he removes the CMOS battery from the PS5 Pro. In these conditions, Saint Slayer and Vampire Claws no longer load at all. Crimson Desert does boot up despite showing a lock symbol, while Pragmata works as usual. The error message that displays as follows is can't use this content, can't connect to the server to verify your license, wait a while, then try again. All 4 games operate as usual when he reconnects to the internet. Oh. There are multiple concerns here, with the most worrying being that Sony has implemented a new form of DRM. We've contacted the company and still waiting for a response. Ha ha! Wait for it. Sit there and wait. Chill out. So let's keep going. This is beautiful. Like I said, it's beautiful, beautiful. Just seeing them just crumble and go nuts. I love this. I love this how nuts is going right now for them. Aww. So let's keep going though. At best, there is a bug which still needs to be fixed, because if it remains like this, there's a very real worry about preservation. Oh, this is a bug then now, huh? In the current scenario, if your CMOS battery were to fail, Sony had taken its servers offline, your purchase will be rendered worthless. It's worth reiterating here that there's no evidence whatsoever of your license being revoked if you fail to check in. This is also only affecting newly purchased games. However, there's enough evidence mounted to the demand comment from the company. Update. Again, for the PlayStation. It's early Monday. Oh, this is early Monday though. Wow, this is a lot. You guys really had to do an article. And it says it could be a bug. Seriously, you guys? Wait. Shit, sorry, chat. Because these pop-ups are really affecting this. And damn it. PlayStation, stop. I know I'm talking bad about you. Okay, now it's fixed. Okay, good. Alright. It could be a bug, they say. One thing reporting. Some users on Reddit claim the validity period was present up in games up until recently and has since been removed. Received word from anonymous insider that Sony DRM issues is unintentional. This was early in the morning on Monday. So, but wow, you guys decided to go. I find it funny though. Why didn't you guys go back instead of going forward and back? Just go back to forward. No. But you guys decided to go forward and go back to try to protect, of course, your little PlayStation. Wow, that's horrible. That's horrible because listen, no matter what you all say, no matter how much you want to, try to cover up, put some makeup on and try to make this shit look pretty, at the end of the day though, as of right now, at this very moment, and Sony can come out and say, oh, the DRM is off and all this stuff. That was just a bug, blah, blah, blah. Yo, this is not a bug. They're implementing this shit to you guys no matter what. And even though they come out with a statement though, which you don't know when they're going to implement it. They're probably, instead of putting 30, they're going to put 60 days on it. Or probably put 120 days to it. Which, is, on fair grounds, is actually pretty good, though. Because, there's some people who literally leave for 2 or 3 months, travel to work or something, and leave their boxes behind. Because, hell, who in the blue hell wants to take that big-ass thing with you? They don't. That's too damn heavy. But, of course, they're waiting for the statement from PlayStation. But as of right now, my friend, as of right now, this is real. They did a video on it and they showed it to you that this shit is real. But again, where is the fucking energy? Come on. I know Push Square has been screaming a little bit on it, but fuck, I did not know you guys were screaming like half and half. You guys are saying, oh, let's worry about it, but at the same time you guys are saying, well, it could be a rumor, it could be a bug. Shit, stop saying this stuff. Go out there and be truthworthy and say, man, PlayStation, take down this DRM crap. It could be a bug or not, but take this shit down because it's bad out there for the users, especially since you guys bashed the Xbox One with this shit. But no, chat, they are not going to do that at all. They're going to try to find a way to protect the PlayStation, like always. Protect it, because hilarious enough, Xbox, they went out there, they announced it loud and clear. Hey, consoles will have DRMs 2013. Boom, blow up. Let's go. Now you guys got a company that's slipping something in there quietly. And I understand wait for the confirmation. Yeah, when Big Nose Schreier went out there, of course, and said, hey, PC, right? PC ports won't be there. Oh, let's believe Schreier. But now you got people doing this and doing videos in front of you. You guys keep on calling them liars and say it's a bug and wait for the company to go out there and probably say it's a bug. And you guys won't believe it's actually, and you guys will believe them that it's actually a bug. This is some funny ass shit if you guys believe that shit. Whoo, man. Oh, man. This is some crazy stuff. You got to love this. That's why, I sit here and I read this stuff, and look at stuff like out here. Because, look, chat, look. If you're going to bash a company for something they did wrong 13 years ago, and you see this company right now implementing this shit, and guess who else has DRM? Chat? Believe it or not, Nintendo has DRM. What? Lou, this cannot be true. I heard from several people that Nintendo does have DRM. Nintendo does have DRM. Let's go see now. Let me go search for that before I can keep on talking about it. So Nintendo utilizes stringent digital rights managing DRM to enforce licensing, prevent piracy, and restrict console tampering. So yes, Nintendo does DRM. Huh. Hold up a second. Let me stretch up a little bit, chat, for this one. Let me stretch. Let me get up and stretch for a little bit. But like I'm saying, though, let me just walk a little bit over here and say something I gotta say loud and clear, chat. So wait, 2013, right, chat? Let's go 2013. Xbox implements DRM. Oh shit, this is awful. Oh man, you gotta log in to verify your license. You guys are doing a terrible thing. What the hell are you doing? Oh man, what? Xbox, take that shit off. I mean, this is bad for you. Get it away. DRM is awful. Years go by. Nintendo implements DRM. Maybe it's in here, chat. Hold on. Maybe it's in here. Hold on. Maybe it's in here. Let me. No, it ain't here. I don't see shit about it. Hey, I don't see shit about it. Okay. PlayStation implements DRM. Oh, pretty bird flying out there. That tree is green from all the rating. Yep. What else? Oh, yeah. Bobby's got his nest right there. Yep. Where's the media coverage on this shit? Seriously. But if Xbox does it, if Xbox does, you'll be like, damn, it's everywhere. Where am I gonna go? I gotta find a way because damn, it's everywhere. I mean, Xbox, it's everywhere. Shit, you know what? Maybe we gotta face it forward because no matter where we go, or we hide over here behind our chairs, or go wherever, it's in your face. But PlayStation though, it's okay, no problem. Everything's good. Yep. Oh, there's some shadow boxing. Okay. Yeah, that's how we gotta be against these media sites. You know, we gotta take the jabs in there. Yeah, we gotta take them jabs. It's crazy. It's crazy. Of course, you, of course. I know they have some sort of DRM, but the problem is that they don't tackle it. Nintendo implemented it, nothing. Because they don't mess with Nintendo, though. They scare about Nintendo, of course, because Nintendo's the ass kicker out there. Sony implements it. Oh, it could be a bug, it could be not. Oh, this is happening, oh, this is that. Man, I went on here and did my investigation. Me, Lou, did his own investigation. I did my own investigation right here. I talked to the PlayStation assistant. Oh, it's an AI thing, it's okay. So, it's giving me the answers I need to listen. There is a DRM going on out there, and then we have a dude that does video, takes the battery out the damn console, and we see that it's actually doing it. What more confirmation you guys need? Oh, we still gotta wait for PlayStation because, you know, Party Spawn Wave, you know, did something to the console. Yeah. Pickle says PlayStation went from to play has no limits to PlayStation has limits. It's been having its limits for quite some time, man. You know what the limits is? They don't even have games to play. Lou, but Sorrows is out. I don't give a shit about Sorrows. Nobody even looking at that shit. And I hope it sells well too, to be honest, because I don't want that studio to be shut down. It's a pretty good studio though. But damn, are you guys gonna buy it? Nope. And then when they put it on PC though, that day though, I'm gonna be laughing that day. I'm gonna be laughing that day. Let me see. I own Xbox, but do they have DRM? Haven't noticed. Yes, they do. All consoles have a DRM. They do. They're just not as aggressive though. And look, at the end of the day, let me tell you something, chat. My problem is this. DRM is not a problem. It's not. It's just, it's not like a major problem with this because look, you guys have these boxes. You probably don't know if it does have DRM. I mean, look, I just told you guys about Nintendo. Nintendo does have DRM. PlayStation now it's implementing its DRM, and now we're noticing it. We're seeing it though, right? They're right now implementing it, and it could go off and say it was a bug, of course, because you know how they are though. At the end of the day, but we know it's there. But look, they have it. Now the problem is, why are we crying about this? Because hey, we go online, we play games. I mean, lately, and it's the truth though, we're basically mostly online playing games these days. I mean, who plays offline here? No joke. I've not seen people say, "Oh, I'll play offline." If you got on your PC, you're connected to the internet. No matter what, you're connected to the internet. You're playing games online. You're talking to your friends. Because listen, as soon as we got the famous, what's it called, party chats. As soon as we got that though, we've been good. We've been online to talk to our friends, to blow off some steam. Don't Steam games have DRM? I don't think Steam has DRM. Let me go see. What? Look, we just gotta look. Just gotta look. So it says here, Steam, yes, Steam has optional digital rights management through its Steamworks SDK, but it's not mandatory for all games. Developers choose to whether to use it, and many games on platform are actually DRM free, allowing them to run without the Steam client active. So yes, it does have a DRM, an optional DRM, but yes, all of them have DRM. But look, nowadays it's easy to log into the internet. Nowadays, you know, we can play games. Nowadays it's just so easy. The problem is that look, if you gotta travel and you're game sharing and you gotta go travel, let's say for a workplace, you gotta be there for 2 months, and you're like, well, you know, I'm gonna have time to game. I'm gonna leave my console behind. Then the other person who actually wants to play the games you bought cannot log in after 30 days because you're not logged in. That's a problem. So what can PlayStation do with this stuff? Simple. PlayStation, all you gotta do is this. Why don't you, my friend, move the DRM to 60 days or move it to 120 days? That's not a problem though. But again, when Xbox did it, it was a problem, my friends. It was awful. I mean, they should have never done this. Wow. Reforce is actually defending this. Okay. I'm not defending the DRM. I know it's there, but it's not a topic of conversation for me. Because why is it not a topic of conversation for me? Because I know it's been there for quite some time on Xbox, though. I know that for years and years and years on end, it's been on Xbox. That's why it's not a topic of conversation. Now the conversation is how you guys trashed the DRM back in 2013, and now in 2026, you guys are implementing it. Nobody's out there throwing fists at you, fighting you with this. Wow. Nintendo implemented it. You guys were scared to fight it too? Because it's Nintendo? Shit. But no. Let's go out there and throw it at Xbox. Yep. Because that's the guy who can absorb it. They are the sponge. They say it's awful. Oh, now they're defending PlayStation DRM. Yep. But back in 2013, it was awful. And throughout the years, they have told me to my face, well, I can play offline. You can't. Oh, okay. Looky now. Can you play offline? See you in 30 days. Because in 30 days, if we don't, you're in trouble. Yeah, I see some saying the DRM thing is due to the PlayStation key cracked last year, using that as an excuse. Bro, boy, bullshit. They were going to implement that shit either sooner or later. They're going to do it. This is how Sony shares DRM. Yep. That's how they share it. And you know what's so funny, chat? I know the person that was in the room at that moment when they did the little and I DM'd him and I said, hey, bro, let me console here a little bit. Take it down. He hasn't responded. I'll call him today and see like, hey, you didn't respond. What's going on? Where are you at? Oh, God. I mean, chat, you cannot make this stuff up. No, Joey won't be here today. Joey is busy. Joey hopes to get his Tuesdays off so that way we can do his a show on his thing. That way we can do a show, you know, have some fun. Don't forget that Matt Piscatella post. I know you're on the roll right now. Oh, let me go get it. Let me go get it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Totally forgot about that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah. This just gets worse. Oh, God. Oh, no. No, this cannot be true. No, I can't believe I'm reading this. No, 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 no. This cannot be true, chat. And let me put it up here because, man, this is no. Sorry, no. This cannot. Are you false real? Are you false real, my friend? All right, let me go find Matt Piscatella. There you go, right here. Let's go find good old Matty Piscatella. Oh, God, no. No, this cannot be true. No, wait, what? No, it actually is true. Good God. Platform leaders in average hours per U.S. player week ending April 18, 2026. On Xbox, number 1, Marathon. Huh? 2, KCD2. 3, Crimson Desert. PlayStation number 1, Path of the Exile. 2, Neverwinter. 3, Starfield. On Steam, NGU Idol 2, Idol Hero TD3, and Rocky Idol for number 3. Kind of fun source, kind of player engagement tracker. So wait a minute. Hold up a second. So you mean to tell me that this thing is alive and well? Because damn, it's alive and well. Marathon's alive and well because on Xbox are playing it. They all have CMOS batteries. Even the Dreamcast is CMOS battery. Because the other day when I dissected the Dreamcast to clean it, it had a CMOS battery though. All of them do. The PC has a CMOS battery. It's in there. So wait, Xbox is pulling the weight on Marathon? Well, chat, now we know the truth why they ain't shutting down Marathon. Because, you know, Xbox is pulling the weight though. Ah! It's not even the PlayStation fanboys pulling the weight though. Damn. And they told us they buy games. Aww. Yeah, they do. Their bathroom, they do. Shit. Marathon lives on Xbox. Laugh out loud. Of course, it does. Wow. So Matt Piscatella says here, Marathon players are a small but hardy breed. Pom Mom Seesaw. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. This is awful. This is awful. Wow. Well, Sorrows is out. Let's see how well it does. Good luck, PlayStation fans, with Sorrows, though. I hope it sells. I hope it does good. Hey, Zuri, good morning, Zuri. How you doing, Zuri? I haven't been on Twitch today. I've been back and forth. How you doing, Zuri? Hope everything's well. Xbox is keeping Bungie's lights on. Should you be ashamed of yourselves? Laugh aloud. They should, though. Clint, hey, listen. Hey, Clint is a fun game, though. I'm having fun with Clint. No joke. I've been playing Clint these past couple of days. It's been fun, though. Did you like the other pick? Let me go see the other pick because, you know, I'm strong now. Play has a 30-day limit. Oh, Lord. You post that out there, that'll make them pissed off, my friend, because they get mad over this shit quite and easy. They get so mad, it's hilarious. You got to love that. You got to love that, how you see them get mad. Woo! Average hours per player also doesn't say the game is being played that much overall, though. But look, Jubei. Is being played over there on Xbox more than it is on PlayStation, which is sad. That tells you how much they support their shit. And when it shuts down, they'll be like, good, I'm happy it shuts down. not even gonna zoom in on this one. Good, I'm happy it shuts down, but if that shit shut down, that means they lost money. Boy, they should have stuck to what they had to do. Oh. Yep, and then we see them give to 51% of the cameras to someone else, and then we see them, you know, sell off the mobile, then we see them, you know, sell the rights to Spider-Man, and then we see them do all this stuff, and then they ask around what's going on in PlayStation. No, everything is fine because now they're doing exclusives. Just because you 3.4 or 4 million or 5 million fanboys who are dumb as hell, because seriously, you fanboys, I cannot believe how crazy dumb you guys are when you guys cheer that since it didn't work, it should be shut down. The company you guys support. What kind of fans are you guys? I mean, we got emotional over, you know, Hi-Fi Rush and stuff like that. We got emotional, we got mad. We got shit. You know, we did not want that studio to go away, but hey, it shit happens, right? And you guys destroyed it, but when you guys shut down something, you guys say it's good. We did not like this game, so it's perfect. Shut it down. Wow. Well, I mean, this is why sometimes, you know, I can't, you know what? This is why sometimes, you know, I feel a teensy itty bitty, I mean, just a teensy bitty bit. I mean, this it's not even, it's so small. How bad about I feel PlayStation? Because damn, if I have fans like that, I mean, seriously, Xbox, do not get fans like that. And Xbox, stay away from Tim Dog, please. Thank you. I see some PS guys comparing Cling to Concord. Are you seriously comparing a pottery game with Concord characters? That is so sad. Oh, Lord. I mean, it's sad when it comes down to these PlayStation fans, though. It's sad. This is some sad stuff. Seriously. It's sad, though. It's sad how they try to move the goalposts. It's sad how they go out there, try to, you know, bring all these crazy narratives and shit. But my friends, Plane isn't even a shooter, exactly. Bad news? What's the bad news, though? Wait, who are these guys, though? L'Estudio François, Spider Steel Rising Grifo, Farmers Esportes. I mean, Pickles, you gotta help me out with this shit, because, you know, this, oh, okay, I've translated now. The French studio Spider Steel Rising Grifo will close to its doors. Wasn't that the studio that went out there and said they're not gonna port to Xbox because of this, and that? And they were just gonna port to PlayStation for a while? Well, Jude Thompson, good morning. What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ponies are making the stupid claim the DRM is okay because Wolverine is coming out. I mean, David, they can say whatever they want, David. They can say whatever they want. And I just gave the perfect example. I just give the perfect example of what happens when DRM news comes out. I mean, Nintendo has a DRM. Nobody talked about it. The other one. PlayStation now implemented DRM. Nobody talks about it, though. They're kind of scared to talk about it, which they probably will for a day or two, and then they'll move on up to something else. But when Xbox implemented DRM, oh, hell broke loose. Xbox sucked. It was a disaster. Xbox is the worst place to play games. Xbox fucked up. The hell with Xbox and all this shit. But now, with the other ones, it's like, hey, PlayStation, you got DRM. Oh, sky's blue. It's gonna rain. Yeah, yeah. That tree is green. Yeah. That's how they are. Nintendo was brought to court in Brazil over the DRM, and there was countless articles about it for months. Yeah, that could have been when I wasn't doing podcasts though, but you know what I mean though. I know Xbox got DRM, but I hope they don't do like the PS is doing. All of them had DRMs. Lycos, they do that. It's a way to like to protect the whole piracy thing. Like, you know, I saw a video this morning, and you know, Alice was saying that that Steam does not like implement it, a DRM, but yes, Steam does have DRM. You look at it, but it's an optional DRM. Let's say if the developer wants to put it on and say, yes, we're going to use this with the DRM protection, whatever it is. I don't shit. And use DRM, then that game has DRM in it, but Steam does not implement it like 100% though. That's a good thing though, which is cool. Hey, Magnum Force, good morning. This is your Louis. What's up, my friend? Yes, we're on fire today. We've been destroying this, but yes, the studio behind Greedfall is you can't be messing. Let's keep looking for more bad news. I mean, pickles, keep it coming, keep it coming. But Greedfall, the guys who said they were not going to implement this game to Xbox, which they actually brought it in later on, is no. It was just no. I mean, that was something that was out there. Remember that, chat? Like, oh, another game that's not coming to Xbox, Greedfall. Oh, the Xbox sucks. It was Series S's problem, blah, 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 blah. It seems like everything had an issue with the Series S having problems these days, huh? So here we go now. Hey, chat. Now they're looking for the excuse. Update says Detective Seeds. I had an employee message me, and this has been embedded within the PlayStation ecosystem since the launch of 2000 of PS5 to be online within the 30-day window. There was a system update 2603.1320, so it has been there this whole time. But no one has checked into it because most, let me go keep reading this, most, have internet. I do hope that PlayStation will explain it, whether in a blog or during an event, I believe. Why the fuck do you want PlayStation to come out and explain this to you? Simple, they have a DRM. The thing is, you guys are looking at this, are trying to make forces like, oh, it's over, bro. Come on. As is on winning streak, only Sony has been stepping on brakes, laugh out loud. Ooh, man. Ooh. As of now, yes, she's been on a winning streak. Please keep it going. Steam handles DRM better, to be fair, because of its being, being optional, yep. But the bad thing is you're activating your license to the games, yep. I've been playing Diablo 4, Lords of Visual Expansion, the Warlock class. The story is really good. That's good, Kenneth Williams. That's good. I'm glad you are enjoying Diablo 4. One day, Kenneth Williams, one day I will join you in your Diablo venture. But for now, since when I got the game when it launched, and I couldn't even play the game because the online servers were fucked, I did not keep on continuing the game. But maybe one day I'll inspire myself and say, okay, it's time to run through Diablo 4 and let's play the game. I'll go through it. I'll go through it. No worries. I just found something else to play. That's what happens though. Keep being asses about it. I know games are downloads only on Steam Pickles. However, Steam was designed to be digital only and PCs are not physical these days anyway. Yep. But again, it does have a DRM. But again, look, you guys need to understand something, right? When Xbox announced it, it was a big issue. But when the rest do this, no problem. That's the problem, chat. That's the thing that really kind of like, yo, come on. Come on. You know? It's not good. Bring it. PlayStation's implementing it. These guys have been quiet. And I do hope that by today we get some articles. We do. Starting for 4026, a silent update pushed by Google will block every Android app without whose developer hasn't registered with Google, signed their contract, paid up, and handed over government ID. Oh, wow. Well, Google, fuck you. Good luck. Here's one, Louis. Oh yeah, I did see Illuminati did talk about it earlier, and the funny thing is, I had a conversation with PlayStation itself, with its AI assistant. I had that same conversation, but in a different way, and I read it to the chat. So chat could be loud and clear about everything that goes on, because like I said, they asked the question what the answers to, but yes, a DRM does exist. So now the TCC says it's been there for like since the beginning. Oh, again, you guys are trying to defend this. And so here's the funny part. Here's the funny part though. Here's the funny part. If it was there from the beginning, and all you're asking PlayStation to come out and say something about it, if it was there from the beginning, y'all expecting that? And if they did not say in the beginning, they ain't coming out and say some shit right now. In order for them to say some shit, y'all better be on the same page. But the problem is y'all are not going to be on the same page, because you know what y'all do? Y'all fight each other. Y'all take down each other, and instead of joining up and fighting this off, that's what you all do, because that's how you fanboys are. You cannot even work together. It's sad. DRM does not, David, I don't think DRM can affect games to you like that, because a DRM thing is just a verification that you're in the game. And if you're not logged in with the 30 days, let's say for example, if you buy a game on Steam and it has DRM, right? And you decide to play offline without being on the internet, right? And 30 days go by, let's say those developers say, okay, 30 days go by, if they're not gone online to validate they're actually playing the game, then they're going to have to, after 30 days, go online and play the game. That's all it is. It does not affect nothing. Because as soon as you log into the DRM, as soon as you log in and it checks up that you bought the game and the license, the game continues on the way it is, though. Now the crashes, though, is a different story. Though the crashes are due because, you know, they have a problem within the game, or usually an area that forces the game to crash. So that's a different story, though. But yep, now they're asking Sony to come out and comment, which they won't, though. But the funny thing is, y'all wait for Sony to come out and comment, but when it came down to the PC ports, though, y'all did not say Sony come out and comment. Y'all say Jason Schreier is the man. Yep. Yep. So Jeremy out there says this. In 2013, the entire internet rightfully cooked Microsoft for the Xbox One mandatory 24-hour check-in and DRM. It was a PR that said so bad they had to do a total 180 before launch just to survive. Massive waves of people fled to PlayStation claiming they were voting with her. Okay, I gotta look for that tweet. False equivalence. You forget that this issue actually was in 2013. The Xbox scheme. Oh, God. Scheme and checking in physical games. Xbox wanted to prevent sharing and resell physical games. Don't you remember this ad? This ad was not about digital game check-in. Oh, they did say it, though. It's out there. Say it with me, people. Steam games have DRM too. Yep, they do. But it's an optional thing, though. You got to be honest, though. When you say things, you got to say, but it's optional. Which is no problem. There's no problem with that. Got some more in general Discord. How many bad news is here, though? It keeps on pouring. Oh, the supply limit for Project AI Helix. Okay. 30 below with the $2 super. He says, I own my games. Since when? Let's take a gander off of this EA Sports FIFA 2005. Let's read right here in this fine print, because the thing is, nobody read the damn fine print. You all need to read this fine print. Yeah, FIFA from PS2 ever says right here. Let me see. Electronic Arts, share much registered Electronic Arts. 2004 Arts, EA Sports, and Loops are trademarks or registered trademarks for Electronic Arts under other countries. All rights reserved. Official FIFA licensed product of FIFA, blah, 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 blah. Players' names and use on their licenses of International Foundation, blah, 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 blah. So they decide, you know, to take this away. That's it. Thank you, Illuminati. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yep. Now I'm going to put some posters there. And that painting, we got to figure out something with that painting, though. But, yep. Got my background out here doing fine. So, since then, though... So this is 2004. So, yes, they have had license, though. And here are a couple of Xbox games, which it says loud and clear, though. Let me see if I can see the license agreements. Xbox system requirements, broadband, support MSC hardware, storage. I don't know if it says license on here. Let me see. Feature systems, not overtime. It says copyright 1999 to 13havoc.com Inc. and its licensors, all rights reserved to Havoc. So like I said, it's always been a license. So the day they say this, oh, for Dead Rising, we're not going to keep on doing online support. It's done. Shut down the game. Those servers for you to get the code in to play that. Oh, this is Dead Rising 3, my friends. Dead Rising 3. But over here for Metal Gear, it's the same thing too. They decide to shut down the game from the servers. You cannot log in. Not even with this, though. It's done. It's over. Unless the disc is fully installed in there, and it does not require to get that verification online, then you can still install and play the game. But again, how many games are like that in this nowadays? There's not that much, though. Alan K says Xbox DRM was worse. Listen, this is not a measurement who was worse, who was better. This is not has to do anything with that measurement, though. The problem is we have DRM now on PS5, and we do not see the people go out there and taking a jab at this. Hear me out. People didn't run from the one because of DRM, but because of the PS4 was cheaper. 100%. Yeah, the price was one of the big factors. 100%. Yep. Nowadays, price is not a factor, though, because people out there say, I'm willing to spend $100 for games. Wow, you keep on saying that, though. And when they do charge that, I'm going to go over there and kick your butt for that. No joke. I will go over there and kick your butt for that, because why the hell do you want to say that stuff? Come on, man. We don't need that shit in our lives. Of course it was price. I know, Alan K. I know the price was one of the factors, though, because listen, I got myself an Xbox One, and I got it because of Division 2. Did I care for the DRM thing? No. Was that word about not playing a lot of things? No, because I had a good internet, though. This wasn't dial-up. Really? They don't use CMOS battery? I think they all have CMOS battery. Let me go see. Does the Xbox Series S and X... Does the Xbox Series X and S have CMOS battery? I mean, I don't know. It could be, though. Oh, they don't. You're right. Thank you for that, Camus. That's interesting, though. Do not have a traditional replaceable CMOS battery to maintain the eternal clock with power. Unlike many other consoles, they rely on connection to Xbox servers for time synchronization along. Although Microsoft investigated this design to ensure console longevity. Wow. That's nice from Xbox, though. I did not know that. Thank you for that, though. Thank you for that. I guess if you buy them physically, there's ownership. But if a digital purchase, you can keep the games. But no fucking chance anybody owns them, though. Nope. The sad part about this, David, is like if, let's say, what was the game? I think Ubisoft had a game like this. Not even the physicals could work, though. And that game with the physicals, though, they like seriously just the game doesn't work. I forgot the name of that game, though, because like, even though you had the disc, though, you probably had the full game installed there or anything, but it had to get from the server a signal in order for you to play the game. Like that's the only. It has to get verified for you to play it, though. Why does PlayStation 5 need batteries, though? True. Why do you need that shit, though? Huh. Interesting. Watch the CMOS battery be only exclusive to Sony. You gotta buy the CMOS battery from PlayStation alone. Like you do with the cameras, though, and shit like that. Damn. Of course they did that, Neros. The problem is, though, that they had to find a way to bash Xbox. That's the problem. That's what they did. They bashed it. Bash, 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 bash. Everything they got to do to bash Xbox will do it. That's the problem. Bash everything. Bad Xbox. But PlayStation does it. Sky is blue. Let me listen to Britney Spears. Hit me, baby, one more time. My loneliness is killing me. Yeah, I must confess. I still believe, still believe. Of course, you know, that's what they do, though. Nothing else. They act like it's not there. Or they go ahead and fight each other and be like, yeah, you know. Mm-hmm. Yep. Ah. Yep. Bro, boy, I got that for tomorrow morning. We're going to talk about that tomorrow morning if no news pops up. But yes, I have the memory cost under pressure and everything. I have that on the down low. I already have the thumbnail for that. That FarQ made it. Thank you, FarQ, like always. But yes, we're going to talk about that stuff tomorrow. It's better until PlayStation does it, laugh out loud. Exactly. Everything's good now. Yes, sir. Everything's perfect. Nothing bad is happening. All hell is good. Mm-hmm. I bet the PS5 Pro has the battery sold separately like they understand this drive. Yeah, they do. Like the other one you can get is the PS5 Pro version. Yes, come pick it up. Yep, I'll go for it. Chat with the bringing up the heat though. If you're singing, Bob won't show up anymore. Man, Bobby busy with the wife though. He busy. And speaking of which, where the hell BB Money at? Oh, here he is. There you go. BB, what's red meat? I need that answer, BB. Or red bone, I mean, sorry, red bone. It says something about red bone. Oh, man, it's just beautiful. Like, seriously, you go out there and look into the win-win situation out there. I even put a thumbs up out there to show those guys that I even went to the PlayStation Assistant and asked them that question. Oh, Lord. It's funny, though. Now they're starting to figure out stuff. Now they're starting to notice that PlayStation has the same thing. So you hate Sensor to wait a minute. Of the time during COVID that you do so much, yep. Alright. I gotta check that Shuhei thing out there. I'm strolling down to see what else is cooking. So now people are saying, I'm done buying digital games from PlayStation. Sony PlayStation can go fuck off. I wish I could get some of the money I have in my PSN account. I am done. What? Removing the CMO's battery is not that guy. Who is that guy, that ninja you love to hate? Removing that CMO's battery is in a DRM test. This shit has to stop. Oh, god damn. This guy's... Oh, my God. Oh. Come on, man. Removing the battery is not a test. It's not a test, though, huh? It's not a test. Oh, okay. So here's the thing, though. What you probably did not understand why he removed the battery in order to test the thing out was because, you know, they said there was a 30-day limit. If you got to be offline, you got to wait 30 days. And so if this is starting to happen now, and he wanted to do this, he had to go and remove the battery. And after he removed the battery, which sets the date back to 2011, and then he did the check-in, and it says that thing right there because that's 30 days past. You know, when he actually, not 30 days, years and days passed before he logged in to the recent date when he, oh God, this guy just doesn't know this. I think that's the way to test DRMs, bro. Oh my God. That's only to validate the whole 30-day thing, you dumbass. Seriously, God. Some people out there, man, they try to defend, but bro, just making up excuses like that is just, be smarter. Damn. Damn. Wow. Ooh. My God. I just, like I said, I'm out here, looking for some news, and just seeing them trying to defend stuff is bad. Stop defending stuff like this, man. It's there, period. Just be happy with it. Just enjoy it. Just play your games and have fun. But I know you guys are not going to do that because, of course, you guys got to move that goalpost in order to keep PlayStation in its better place. Yep. Let's see. So, Spawnway used to fix consoles for a living. Nice. Since PlayStations aren't making the profitable console, which, mind you, is going to a modern version of the PSP, will it be a good handheld or will it flop? I do not know. I'm starting to feel like Sony hate their players laugh out loud. You starting to feel that? Wow. You're starting to feel that? I mean, pickles. They've been hitting on them for years. The thing is, they will not admit to it because, look, let me tell you something. Why they don't admit to this shit? Let Lou explain why they admit to this stuff. Right? One of the things that happened with the PS5 was we believe in generations. That's one of the things I saw out there. And I was like, yo, you're doing something wrong because right now we're in a pandemic. That was the first thing I ever said, when Jim Rohn was out there talking all this bullshit. We believe in generations. Yeah, we're just gonna have PS5 games just for PS5 and PS4 get out there done. I'm like, bro, you gotta carry the PS4 gen to mid-gen until they start purchasing your games. Your consoles. All right, so after that, it moves it on up, right? We believe in generations, so 12 live service games, which was the right move, but it was too many games. And then, what was the other one? Bungie's the best place, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, and I look at this. Wow. Nobody liking Bungie as much over the PlayStation. At least on Xbox is liking them, at least a little bit, though. What else? The $10 thing for quality. Yeah, go ahead. If you buy the game, you get better quality here, $10. And not only that, here comes the best part. If you pay $10, right? You can get all the cool little nifty features on the PS5 controller, though. You get to have the feedback. You get to... on the controller, blow. It's so good to blow on your controller. That one, sometimes you blow your spit on it, which makes it kind of nasty though, but yes, blow. Pay those $10 to blow on your controller. Y'all didn't say shit. PS5 Pro comes out. Well, it doesn't come with the stand. You gotta pay 30 extra bucks for the stand. That's the premium console. Y'all buying the premium console. That should have the damn stand at least. I get the CD part because some people don't want to get the CD shit. I get it and want to play digital. But, shit. The SSD thing. That's the one where you notice how bad they were at tech stuff. That's how you notice how bad they were. The SSD does the magical thing. Look at Ratchet & Clank, how he drifts apart to all this stuff and does all this shit and everything. And then the developer comes up and he's like, yo, this is just something you can add into the game. That's it. Oh, damn. Sony going to make the PlayStation Go Online free for PS6? Trekkie. All right, listen. If they charge you $10 to upgrade your game while Xbox does it for free, if they're selling you a PS5 Pro without a stand, they're looking for your money, my friend. I don't believe they're going to do the online free for the PS6, my friend. If they do, that'll be pretty amazing. But get ready, it's going to be hacked again. Yes, hacked 1,000 times more because, damn, since 2012 till now, they haven't fixed the whole hacking situation. Holy smokes. They haven't fixed that shit. So, yeah, if you're starting to believe that now they don't like their players, they have never liked them. Since this generation has showed you they don't care for what they say, though. They don't give a shit. Listen, PlayStation, the only good thing it's done is get these guys to not focus in their own backyard. They're so focused on what the other one does that they do whatever the fuck they want over here. That's what they do. That's it. They got nothing else. Because the only thing the PlayStation fanboys got, oh, we got Saros. Okay, I'm out here. Listen, no joke. Did Saros come out now? Or didn't? I don't know. I don't know if Saros came out. Because if it did, oh, lordy. Because damn. I'm not seeing anything Saros on it, though. Where's Saros? Like, literally, there's no conversation on Saros, though. There's no talks. All there's talks about now the DRM, which is good because they got to get it rolling. They got to get talking. Like I always say, though, talk. Go out there. F those guys who try to defend this. Because at the end of the day, they will try to defend this, my friend. They will move the goalposts. If you're not happy about it, go ahead and talk about it. But at the end of the day, like how the FCC says, oh, this has been since the 2020s, so now they got to talk about it. Why in the blue hell they're going to talk about it? Because listen, if Xbox didn't talk about the DRM, nobody would have figured out the whole DRM shit. What happened this shit is that Sony wasn't expecting the PS4 stragglers, not only due to COVID, but also gas like Fortnite, which made them realize they need their own gas. Of course they do. PS6 won't have a disk drive. I don't know. Probably will, probably don't. I don't know. And Trek, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they probably will have it there for a while and then just take it off. You know? There's no mention which Vita was successful. It was so bad that Sony dipped out of that entire market. Oh, shoot. What happened to the... Let me see. Yeah, but the Ube Vita was successful. Didn't have a huge install base due to market. I think the Vita has had its own issues, though. But at the end of the day, though, yo... It's just funny to see him out there hide. Saros is out the 30th of this month. I got lost, man. When does Saros release? Let me go see, though. Oh, April 30. Okay. I hope they get talking about Saros, though, because seriously, the Saros is about to launch and they're not even talking about it. They're like, shut up. Don't talk about it. And I always see this having some stuttering issues and stuff like that, which, look, at the end of the day, they're going to patch and make the game better. Like they always do. But funny, chat. This has been a fun conversation today when it comes down to PlayStation fanboys, because at the end of the day, though, these fanboys are lost. You see them fight each other instead of getting together and be like, okay, maybe it's a bug or not, but let's fight this because they should not implement this. But instead, they're fighting each other. And at the end of the day, it's like what I said. So, who cares about this thing? Y'all made it big in 2013 in order to bash Xbox, but y'all are not going to make it as big this time around. I hope you all do. Because seriously, do it. Wes was just like, well, chat, not yet. Getting close. But anything you guys want to add, chat? Because like I said, right now on Twitter, all we see is these sad ponies out there just crying about the DRM thing. Just crying. PS5 rookies leaked last year. They can patch that, so they check every 30 days instead to see if your games are legit. If not, bye account. Oh. And Truck says I'm joining Xbox and PC next year. Well, good. I mean, you join whatever you want. If you want to stay on PlayStation, I'm fine with that, Tracky. I don't get mad about that, though. As long as you don't go crazy fanboy, it's fantastic. I'm good. Just don't go crazy fanboy on me. If you go PlayStation fanboy, No. Well, still the PS3 required the SD card, which turned people off, and price that added up. The points was very controversial move Sony made at that time. Sony playing defense this year more than they're playing games, of course. PlayStation gamers that bought physical disc copies, the digital license will have to log in every days. This is Mr. Keema. For physical games, it's not been implemented. That was one of the questions I asked. It's in the episode. What you got to do is you got to go look for that because I accidentally closed the window to that. Maybe if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see if I still have it open. Because, you know, I was with PlayStation. I talked to the PlayStation assistants and I asked them those questions, though. I said, okay, let me ask PlayStation these questions, you know, support. And so I asked them the questions, and yes, they do have. What? Still a thing? Yeah, it's still a thing on their heads, though, Apex. Is PSVR 2 still a thing? Yes, in their heads, though. On their heads when they put it on, though. And if they dust it off, though, because probably that should be collecting dust over there at their places, though. No joke. No joke. That's also, not even Sony supported. It's past the first few months. Wow. Affiliate dropped in Game Pass today. Yes, sir. It did drop in Game Pass today, my friends. It did. Beautiful things, with Affiliate. Yes, sir. Beautiful things. And shout out to the 51 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell. Yes. Dust it off. Exactly. I'm not kidding you, though. They have that shit literally in a corner collecting dust. And probably, they probably undust it and put it on their heads and play what they can play on it because they don't have got much shit to play on it. That shit stopped being fact. I don't know why Sony has not announced we're closing the PSVR 2 factory. Seriously, I don't know why they haven't closed that down. But they did stop producing it, though, because they didn't sell it, though. That is more. Listen, if you want to know something that's dead, that PSVR 2 is more dead than anything. I mean, hell, they could start producing again, probably so. But, man, it's going to end up the same way. Nobody's going to buy that shit. They sold that shit pretty expensive, $550. Man, that must be shit. Pornhub got pretty expensive there for the moment. Louis made it funny. It's true though. PSVR 2 Dust Edition. Yes, collect dust on top of your heads. Yes, my friends, this is a good way to collect dust. Yep. Just does nothing else. Just collect dust. Sad. That is so sad. They quiet. No, Apex is not dead yet. It's not out there. What it did was they stopped making them because they overstocked, so now they're trying to sell them. They even cut the price, and still people did not pick it up. They didn't. Number one, the thing that killed it the most was it not have backwards compatibility, which it should have because then people will probably be using it more. Legendary Yo B, good morning, brother. Oh, I forgot Louis. I believe I know why Sony did this. Remember last year someone leaked the PS5 roots key. This is for them to verify if their games legally or illegally. No, Yobi, that's not true, my friend. Well, it could be quite true though. A little bit true though. It could be teensy bitty easy bitty bit true. But Yobi, May is coming soon, so they gotta get those numbers up. They gotta show the world. Come invest to Sony, where everything is still good and beautiful out here. Because man, oh man, these past 4 months have been awful. Golly, who would have believed that? That 4 months after how many years saying, yes, we sold 80 million consoles, we sold 75 million, we sold 60, 70, 100, 200. We did so much, but damn, January hits of 2026. TCL 51%. Okay, this is not good. I have never seen Sony give up too much like that. That was crazy insane. What do you mean Sony gave up too much like that? That's crazy though. Why? Wow. 51% of TCL. All right. Days go by. Lin Tao comes out. Well, the face of Antichrist. We're gonna look at software. We're gonna look at games and services, and charge the users because hell, this is the face of Antichrist. Well, couple days later, boom! Not a couple days. The next day, big boom was, we shut down Blue Point. But wait, y'all didn't have 92 million consoles shipped, 70 million consoles sold, 60 million consoles, this shit and that shit? Blue Point closes? And here we go. Let's blame From Software. Let's blame Sony. Let's do this. Let's do that. When I said it's y'all's fault because y'all only bought 2 million copies of the game. Now, if you guys with 90 million consoles out there, as they say, would have bought at least 15 million copies, Blue Point would have been still alive and doing well and kicking ass. But no, y'all didn't pick it up. All right. Let's keep on going. Blue Point shuts down, and then we see the VFX studio that did a couple cool things get shut down too. And we see the little vroom, 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 the little project car project got shut down. Another thing is shut down. Oh shit, what's going on here? Man, are they looking pretty? Country Road gets hacked too. That's another one. Oh, what else? And we see another studio get shut down. I was working on a co-op game, not a service game. Awful. And what's next? Oh, the PS5 price hike raise. Yes, let's raise the console prices. Yes. Since we gotta face the rank price, I don't know if we can charge more the user or not, but okay, either way though, let's increase the console price. Maybe down the road we just increase the services and everything. No problemo. We will do that too. Yes, let's do that. Alright, so let's keep it going. Raising the prices on the console too. What was the next one though? I'm already up to 6 though. Chat, help me out though. There's been so much happening out there, it's insane. 900 PS5 at $100 for a year, PlayStation Plus. Online scenario games, don't log in for 3 days. You don't own digital games no more. What's next? That was the last one right here. That was the DRM thing that is happening now. They quietly did it while Xbox was announcing everything because that's what they do. They look for that opportunity. When Xbox says something, let's go ahead and throw in the bad news quietly, which they did with the whole DRM thing. Quietly. Let's let the users figure it out. Why the hell did the user figure it out? Just go ahead and say it. But they didn't want to announce it because they know something would happen though. I'm starting to believe there is a bigger strategy here. Consoles, is that really necessary? Good questions. Plenty seem like kinds of dudes that either sleep on mattress on the floor and race car back. Oh, Lord. Jay Reezy with a $5 super chat. Sony had people brainwashed and thinking their shit didn't stink for so many years from sneaky DRMs, money hats, and glorified hardware. They finally woke. Jay Reezy, no matter what happens, they're not going to wake up. I mean, literally, Sony can shut down right now and they will look for someone to blame. They barely even released PS5 games for this life cycle. They don't have shit. And that's the thing, someone asked me though, why don't they talk about PlayStation? Because seriously, PlayStation doesn't have anything. PlayStation isn't out there saying shit. They're just quiet. I got my Lenovo Legion Go on my Xbox console and I have the PSP 3000. I won't need any more new gaming devices for a very long time. Well, when the Helix comes out though, I know I'm going to get it. Yep. All I know is this though. Here we go. And let me tell a little secret. It's a little secret from Lou. It's going to tell a little secret right now. Shh. Quiet, David. You gotta be quiet. I'm gonna say something now. So listen, David. Look, this is what Lou's gonna do next gen. Next gen, Lou ain't gonna get a PS6. I don't want a PlayStation. Fuck PlayStation. I don't need it. Seriously, I don't joke. I don't need a PlayStation for what? I don't need that box. And no matter what games they put over there, I just won't have the time to play them because I have a PS5. There's God of War Ragnarok, which I heard was pretty good for a lot of people. I've heard that Spider-Man 2 was okay and bad at the same time because now we know that Harry Osborn has Venom, so now I don't even have the intention to play it. So that's 2. So yes, I mean, I could keep on adding stuff over here to the PlayStation. And ask me, what was the last exclusive game I played on PlayStation? It was Ratchet and Clank when they dropped it into the PS Plus. That was the last PlayStation exclusive I actually played and finished. After that, and it was during that time, I had nothing else to play. So seriously, I was like, why should I get a PS6? For what? Just to say I have a PS6? Hell nah. So I'm not buying a PS6. What I'm going to be buying is the Helix. I'm going to keep my Xbox Series X, plug it into another TV. And of course, why not get a Nintendo Switch too? Because I got nephews, and nephews like to play games, and we can have a blast playing Mario Party. That's why, I'm getting a Nintendo Switch too. When I do get it. And of course, I will get my Xbox handheld because, if I'm going to be on the go a lot, probably soon or not, I gotta have something to play games while I'm on the go. And last but not least, of course, I gotta have my PC to do the content that you all love and see me watch doing all the time. That's what I'm going to get. But other than that, though, I'm done. No more devices collecting dust. And like I said, I'm probably looking at the Switch too. Like I said, I'm probably looking at it, but I'm not seeing like I'm gonna buy it for now though. It's gonna take me a while. The ROG Ally X. Not looking at it because I'm not that much on the go though. And if they perfected cloud gaming, I'll probably pick it up. But you know, nah. I'm good the way I am. I got my Series X. I got a Nintendo Switch there that hasn't been used for woo-wee. Whoa, man, hasn't been used for quite some time. But everything else though, I'm using, and that is my Xbox. And sometimes I barely use the PC, my friends. And that's the truth. PS6 gonna have Spider-Man 2 remastered. Watch. And yes, because you know what it's gonna do too? You know what it's gonna do? When you got the controller and you shoot the web, it's gonna shoot a web at your face. And just land on your face though. Ew, pause, it sounded so wrong though. But that's what the controller's gonna do next. And probably gonna have feces though. And while you're a Spider-Man wearing that suit, you know, swinging around, flying around, you're probably gonna get that Spider-Man stench. No. Rio says Marathon remastered. You'd probably get a Concord remastered. Hell, why the heck not? Bring back Concord. I'll probably be a good game to bring back, and probably people will buy it because it came back. Rachel says, well, Spider Studios are not that good. They are recent, but with so many greater games releasing each month, says Rachel here in Discord, I'm not surprised they're closing down. I own like 5 of their games. Yep. Sorrow's remaster coming, Returnal remaster coming soon, man. We're gonna get remaster, remakes, and remasters over there, which is a bad thing, though. I mean, if you're gonna make a good remake or remaster, make it from the old days, please, please, please. But no, I'm asking for too much. Yes. But chats, listen up. The crazy ones gotta go. I mean, enough slander today. We had a lot of fun, man. It's been a blast. And shit, as of now, the DRM is true. And probably they'll come out and say, no, it's a bug. Bug my ass. Shit. No one is leaving their PS5. I mean, they're not even leaving their PS4, my friends. They're not leaving their PS4. They're not. They're still on the PS4. And still is to this day. Yes. Astro Burn Remastered. And watching Win Gotti too. Yeah, let's get asked about the Gotti. Yay! But chat, like always, before I go, tell me what you've all been playing. What you all been playing, chat? What you all been playing? Because I doubt there are 9M PS5 users pirating games. I've never heard the ability to pirate on that console existing yet. No, if they can figure that out, they'll go for it though. But Yobi, good thing you brought that up too. Last of Us is the truth? Yeah, it is the truth. But damn, I don't know how many times you gotta talk about that truth though. Damn. They're hoping nobody will notice. They think we are all stupid. Exactly. And that's why, you know, I'm an Xbox channel, but I was going to talk about it because, of course, it affected Xbox. And yes, I'm glad I brought it to the channel and talked about it today because, like I said, PlayStation might go down and say it's a bug. Yo, bug my ass. The Spider-Man when he swings far out webs. You got to ask the creator of Spider-Man, though, but... Stanley, RIP, man. Shit. But yeah, I mean, so many games, so little time. Yep. I was playing the Marvel Collection. I finally finished the arcade X-Men game, which, like always, super fun. I finished it like 2 times yesterday. I really love the X-Men in the arcade, though. It's really fun. It's really fun. It's really such a fun game. 100%. Good fun. What else? Did I play? I played a little bit of Clint, had a little bit of fun. Actually won my first Clint match yesterday. So much fun. You know, it's actually a pretty fun game though, chat. Try it out. Seriously, it's fun. It's fun. You can make how many pots you want. It's so much fun, man. And when you level up, you get tougher pots. But it's pretty good though. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff though. So many games, so little time. Yep, that's the truth though. Got so many games, so little time, my friends. Yes, we do. No, I've not given it a go though. I gotta try it out though, cause vampires, survivors, and vampire, anything that has to do with that has got to be awesome, fantastic though. Oh wow, this is crazy. Be careful when you buy Nintendo Switch games on Amazon. There are sellers shipping fake cartridges. They are actually empty 3D printed shells. Wow, that's fucking crazy. Holy shit. Wow. There's something more inspiring than seeing what indie developers can create. I generally don't care about AAA games besides GTA 6, all the good stuff. Alright, that's another thing that somebody's giving an opinion out there. Let's see. Of course it is. It's from Vampire Survivors. They do a fantastic job, man. That game was beautiful. And again, shout outs to Cozy for pointing that game out, because the Cozy Beluga, I was playing that game. It's really good, chat. Thanks to her though. But chats, thank you all for joining me on this awesome episode today. Thank you all for your super chats. Thank you all for your memberships. Thanks for everything. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys to death. Seriously, chat. You all, like always, make this show crazy and fun. Always love you guys to death. So chats, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes on. Alright, Reezy, I'm down for it too. And guys, have a beautiful night. Do mean a beautiful and awesome Tuesday. And as always, I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast when we do come back at 7 p.m. ET with Sound Blow, the Big Pluma, and Silent Cypher. And on Fridays, invite me to do an Expiry en Español with Elvis Elecita Metal Berserker. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Little Gaming. When I send the signal out over there on Twitter, X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you gotta hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on. Talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Chats, have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Good Morning with Crazy Little Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one.